All right, new drivers. Let's talk car insurance.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Not the most fun.
Not exactly a party topic.
Right.
But really, this is a deep dive you don't want to miss.
Absolutely.
We're going to figure out car insurance and, more importantly, how to save some cash on it.
Yeah, save you some money.
We've got a great article here from My Insurance Advice UK.
Oh, cool.
It's a website all about UK insurance.
Right.
And we're going to deep dive into this and help you find the best deal possible.
Love it.
So before we get into the actual tips for saving money,
Okay.
let's talk about why car insurance is so expensive when you're a new driver.
Yeah. Why is it so much?
I remember when I first started looking for insurance, I was just like, what is going on? Why is it so expensive?
Well, insurance companies are all about risk.
Okay.
And they're looking at how likely you are to make a claim.
Yeah.
And new drivers just don't have the data.
Right.
They're sort of unknowns, so they get put in the high-risk category.
But why is that?
I mean, just think about it. When you're learning anything new, you're bound to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Driving is the same way. New drivers just haven't had the time behind the wheel to build up their experience.
So more experience equals less risk to the insurance company?
Basically, yeah.
But is there more to it than just experience?
For sure.
What else is there?
Well, there's also the problem of no claims history.
Okay.
You need insurance to drive, but you need driving experience to get good insurance.
It's like a catch-22.
Yeah, exactly.
Prove to us you're a good driver, but we won't give you a chance.
It can feel unfair.
Yeah.
But insurance companies, they just look at the statistics.
Right.
They don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah.
They can't tell how good of a driver you are.
Yeah.
They have to rely on things like claims history to figure that out.
So lack of experience, no claims history.
Right.
Anything else that makes new drivers high risk?
Well, the type of car can play a role too.
Oh, okay. How so?
Well, think about the cars that are usually marketed to younger drivers.
Oh.
Sporty, fast ones, maybe a bit flashy.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, they look cool.
They do.
But those cars are usually more expensive to repair or replace if there's an accident.
Oh, that makes sense.
Plus, statistically, those cars might be more likely to get into accidents in the first place.
Right, especially with a less experienced driver.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's not just age, it's experience claims in what you drive.
Yeah, the whole picture.
But the good news is, even though all that might seem against you,
Yeah.
there are ways to find good prices on insurance.
Oh, for sure.
There are ways to outsmart the system a bit.
Yeah, you can game it a bit.
Yeah, so let's start with one of the biggest decisions.
Okay.
Choosing the right car.
That's a good place to start.
We'll be back in a bit to talk more about that.
Sounds good. It's crazy how many people just buy a car
Yeah.
without even thinking about insurance.
Right.
It's like buying a house without thinking about property taxes.
Yeah, I've totally been there. I remember I fell in love with this sporty little hatchback.
Oh.
It was red, it had cool rims, and it was way out of my insurance budget.
Ooh.
Learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
So what kind of cars should new drivers be looking for?
Well, remember, insurance companies,
Yeah.
they love cars that are less likely to be in accidents
Okay.
and cheaper to repair if they are.
So we're talking about the sensible, reliable cars.
Yeah.
Maybe not winning any beauty contests,
Right.
but they'll win the Affordable Insurance Award.
Exactly. Think about cars like the Ford Fiesta,
Okay.
Volkswagen Polo, or Toyota Yaris.
Those are good ones.
Yeah. They're fuel efficient, easy to handle,
Mm-hmm.
and they tend to have lower insurance groups.
Okay, hold on. Insurance groups. What are those?
So in the UK,
Okay.
cars are put into these insurance groups.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on a bunch of things,
Sure.
like the car's value,
Okay.
safety features, cost of parts,
Mm-hmm.
even how likely it is to be stolen.
Wow.
So cars in lower groups are usually cheaper to insure.
So if you want cheap insurance, you want a lower group.
Basically, yeah.
Got it. But how do you know what group a car is in?
Good question.
Do you have to be a car expert?
No.
Okay.
There are these online tools called insurance group checkers.
Oh, cool.
You just type in the make and model of the car,
Okay.
and it tells you the group.
That's amazing.
Super helpful.
So you can compare insurance costs before you even go to a dealership.
Exactly.
I wish I knew about that when I was a new driver.
Yeah, the game changer.
Okay, so we've got our sensible, reliable car picked out.
All right.
What are some other good strategies to lower insurance costs?
Well, adding a named driver to your policy can sometimes help.
How does that work?
So let's say you live with your parents or an older sibling,
Okay.
and they have a good driving record.
Right.
You can add them to your policy as a named driver, and it can sometimes lower your premium.
So it's like the insurance company sees this experienced driver
Right.
and they think, okay, maybe this new driver is less risky,
Exactly.
but there's got to be a catch, right?
There is.
What is it?
It has to be a legitimate named driver.
Okay.
And we need to talk about something called fronting.
Oh, yeah. Fronting is bad news.
Really bad.
It's when someone, usually an older driver, pretends to be the main driver,
Right.
even though a younger driver is the one actually using the car.
Most of the time, yeah.
People do this thinking they're saving money,
Yeah, thinking they're being clever.
but it's actually illegal.
Yeah. And super risky.
So if you get into an accident and they find out you were fronting, your policy could be void.
You'd be in big trouble.
Yeah, and you have to pay for everything yourself.
Huge fines, too.
So not worth it.
Definitely not.
Honesty is the best policy when it comes to insurance.
Always.
Okay, so we've covered choosing the right car
Right.
and being honest about who's driving. What about some of the more techie options?
Oh, yeah.
Like black box policies? Are those good for new drivers?
They can be a great option,
Okay.
especially for drivers who are confident in their skills. A black box is basically like having a little driving coach in your car.
So it's like Big Brother is watching you?
Yeah, but in a good way.
Okay.
They install a little device in your car,
Uh-huh.
and it tracks things like your speed, your braking,
Okay.
cornering, even what times of day you're driving.
So is there a downside to that?
Well, that's the thing.
What is it?
If you're not the best driver,
Yeah.
if you speed or brake too hard, it could actually make your insurance go up.
Oh, wow.
So black boxes are really best for drivers who are already pretty cautious.
So you got to be self-aware and honest about your driving.
Yeah, for sure.
If you have a lead foot, maybe stay away from the black box.
Good advice.
But if you're a good driver and you want to maybe lower your premium,
Yeah.
it could be a good option.
Could be.
Now let's talk about something that's not as exciting as a black box,
All right.
but it's just as important.
Okay. What's that?
How you pay for your insurance.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
This can actually make a big difference.
They can.
A lot of people choose to pay monthly
Uh-huh.
because it feels more manageable.
Right.
But did you know that you might actually be paying more in the long run?
You could be. Yeah.
Really? How does that work?
Well, when you pay monthly,
Yeah.
you're essentially taking out a loan from the insurance company.
Oh, yeah.
And loans come with interest.
Right.
So even though it feels like you're spreading out the cost,
Yeah.
you're actually adding to the total amount you pay over the year.
Okay, so even though it might be tough to pay a bigger amount up front, paying annually can save you money.
It's like a reward for being financially responsible.
Yeah, I like that.
It's all about looking at the big picture and making smart financial decisions.
Love it. Okay, I'm feeling more financially savvy already. Let's keep this going with another tip.
All right. What's next?
Increasing your voluntary excess.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
This one sounds a bit intimidating.
It can be a bit.
But I know it can save you money.
It can, for sure.
So can you break it down for us?
Okay, so your voluntary excess,
Yeah.
it's the amount you agree to pay if
Okay.
you make a claim. So let's say you have an accident
Right?
and the repairs cost £1,000.
All right.
If your excess is £250, you pay that and the insurance company pays the rest.
Got it. So how does increasing your excess save you money on your premium?
Okay, so think of it this way.
Right.
By agreeing to pay more if you have an accident,
Yeah.
you're sharing more of the risk with the insurance company.
Okay.
And because they're taking on less risk, they might lower your premium.
It's like saying, hey, I'm a responsible driver,
Right.
and I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is.
Exactly.
But there's got to be a catch.
Well, yeah,
What if you can't afford to pay a high excess if something happens?
that's the key. You need to find a balance.
Okay.
Don't pick a super high excess just to get the lowest premium.
Right.
Make sure it's something you can actually afford.
Great advice. It's all about weighing the savings against the risk.
For sure.
Okay. We've covered a lot of ground already,
We have.
but we've still got some great tips left.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back in a bit with part 3.
Can't wait.
Welcome back to our deep dive on cheap car insurance for new drivers.
Yeah, we're going to finish strong.
Let's talk about something that might seem obvious.
Okay.
How much you drive.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
The more you drive, the more you pay.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, the more time on the road,
Mm-hmm.
the more chances of an accident, at least statistically.
Right. So if you're a new driver
Yeah.
and you don't plan on driving a ton,
Okay.
make sure you tell the insurance company that.
Don't inflate your estimated mileage just to get a lower price.
Oh, don't do that.
That could really backfire.
Yeah, big time.
If you need to make a claim.
Exactly. They could even cancel your policy.
Wow.
So honesty is key.
Like we said before.
Yep.
But what about people who only drive a little?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Like just for errands
Yes.
or weekend trips?
There's this cool option called pay per mile insurance.
Oh, I've heard of that.
You only pay for the miles you drive.
That sounds perfect for me.
Yeah, it's great for infrequent drivers.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit.
Okay.
Talk about something you can do to boost your driving skills.
Right.
The Pass Plus course.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I've heard of it, but not sure what it is.
It's a training course
Okay.
for new drivers who want to level up their skills.
Oh, cool.
It covers things like motorway driving, night driving, driving in bad weather,
Wow.
even how to be a more eco-friendly driver.
So it's like driving boot camp?
Basically, yeah, you'll be a safer, more confident driver.
And do insurance companies like that?
They do. A lot of them offer discounts for Pass Plus.
Oh,
They see it as a sign that you're serious about safety.
It's like getting extra credit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about something fun.
Right.
Car modifications.
Oh, yeah. Everyone wants to trick out their car.
Yeah. But is that a good idea for insurance? Well, it depends.
On what?
Some small modifications might be fine. But anything that changes the car's performance or appearance too much
Yeah.
could make your insurance go up.
Why is that?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
A modified car might be more likely to get in an accident.
Right.
And if it does,
Yeah.
those custom parts are more expensive to fix.
Makes sense.
Plus, modified cars are more likely to be stolen.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, those spoilers and fancy engines might look cool,
Yeah.
but they could cost you more in insurance.
So what if you really want modifications?
The key, to be honest.
Okay.
Always tell your insurance company about any modification.
Just don't try to hide them.
No, never do that.
They could void your policies.
Exactly. And then you'd be in trouble.
So honesty is best, even if it means a higher premium.
It's worth it.
Okay. Almost done here.
Almost there.
Let's talk about one of the most important tips.
All right, what's that?
Comparing quotes.
Oh yeah, that's a must.
Never settle for the first quote you get.
Shop around.
Yeah. But it can be overwhelming comparing all those different policies.
That's true.
Any tips?
Yeah, use comparison websites.
Oh, those are great.
You put in your details and they show you quotes from different companies.
Much easier than calling everyone.
Way easier.
Any recommendations?
Yeah, there's Compare the Market.
Okay.
Go Compare and Money Supermarket.
Awesome. I'll check those out.
Cool.
Okay. One last thing before we wrap up.
Okay.
Different types of car insurance coverage.
Oh yeah, that's important.
It's not just about the cheapest price.
Right, you need the right protection.
So let's break down the three main types.
Okay.
Third party, only third party fire and theft, and comprehensive.
Let's do it.
Okay, third party, only what's that?
That's the minimum insurance you need in the UK.
Okay.
It covers damage to someone else's car or property if you have an accident,
Okay.
and it covers their medical expenses if they're hurt.
Got it. But what about your own car?
That's the thing, it doesn't cover your own car.
So if the accident is your fault, you have to pay for your own repairs.
That's right.
Okay, what about third party fire and theft?
So that one's like third party only,
Okay.
but it also covers your car if it's stolen or catches fire.
Makes sense. And finally, comprehensive.
Comprehensive is the most coverage you can get.
Okay.
It covers damage to your car in any accident,
Even if it's my fault.
even if it's your fault.
Wow.
And it covers fire and theft too.
So it's the most peace of mind.
Definitely.
But I thought comprehensive was always the most expensive.
Sometimes it is,
Okay.
but sometimes it can actually be cheaper.
Really? How's that possible?
Insurance companies see people who choose comprehensive
Yeah.
as lower risk drivers.
Oh, that's interesting.
They're thinking these people are being extra cautious. They must be responsible drivers.
So it's not always more coverage equals higher price.
Nope.
You got to compare quotes for all three types
Definitely.
and see what's best for you.
Exactly.
Any final words of wisdom?
Yeah, always look for discounts.
Okay.
Some companies offer them to students, military personnel, or members of certain organizations.
Cool.
And bundling your policies can save money too.
Oh, right. Like home and car insurance with the same company.
Exactly.
And one last thing.
Yeah.
Ghost brokers.
Oh, yeah. Important topic.
You mentioned them earlier, but let's really emphasize how dangerous they are,
They're bad news.
especially for new drivers who want cheap deals.
Yeah. New drivers are easy targets.
So tell us about ghost brokers.
These are scammers, basically.
Yeah.
They pretend to be insurance brokers, and they offer crazy low prices,
Oh, wow.
but the policies they sell are fake.
So you think you're insured, but you're not.
Exactly. And if you get in an accident,
Yeah.
you're in big trouble.
You'd have to pay for everything yourself.
And you could get in legal trouble too.
So how do you avoid these scams?
Always check if the broker is legitimate.
Okay.
Make sure they're registered with the Financial Conduct Authority.
The FCA.
Yeah, and if a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Good advice. All right, well, there you have it.
We did it.
We've done a deep dive on cheap car insurance for new drivers.
We covered a lot.
You're now ready to find the best deal.
You got this.
Remember, finding affordable insurance is possible.
It is.
Just takes a little knowledge and effort.
And a bit of healthy skepticism.
Exactly. And before you go compare quotes,
Yeah.
think about what kind of car you want to buy.
Good point.
A sensible car might not be as cool,
Right.
but it could save you a lot of money on insurance.
That's the trade-off.
And for even more info,
Yeah.
check out the My Insurance Advice UK website.
Great resource.
All right, everyone, happy?
Drive safe.
Please subscribe to our channel for more videos.